Tayari, when His Excellency the President met the leaders from Central Region, and he actually appointed CS Munya to be on the forefront to coordinate the executive and the members of parliament from Central Region, because we accused the CSs that they are neglecting us. They are not giving us their ears to listen to us. We actually told His Excellency the President, and he publicly appointed CS Munya to be the coordinator, to make sure that members of parliament are able to meet the PSs and meet the CSs. And we have been having those kind of talks.
We have become too political and reading politics in everything that happens. And I always say, every Kenyan, so many of you, including some of you that are there, are entitled to hold a position of leadership. You have the qualification to be an MP, to be a president, to be anything. But you've given us the privilege to serve you. May we be found faithful to the people that gave us jobs, and not really sensationalize everything that happens around us. We want to create politics and breed politics into it. I was completely taken aback by this news, because I was part of the people that went to Naivasha as a member of parliament from Central Kenya, and we had a very good discussion around the table on the things that we would want government to do within the available resources of the government. And for me to then read that it has turned out to be a plan for something like this, I find it completely, shock.
In Mount Kenya, being portrayed as if we are meeting, because we own these CSs. These are our CSs. When you go after the 4 CSs who come from Mount Kenya, you're going after leaders who come from our region. So we own these CSs. We are not going to stand and say that those CSs are doing the wrong thing, especially since we know the meetings they have been having are about development agendas for our region. So this is going to have a negative effect in the region, because it looks like you are trying to stop our leaders from having meetings about the region unless you are there. Some of us have been involved in these meetings. They have nothing to do with planning to assassinate anyone. The question then is, why would anyone suggest such a ridiculous thing? We are convinced that those behind these allegations are trying to stop the Mount Kenya cabinet secretaries from assisting Mount Kenya members of parliament to push development for the region, even as they themselves do it for their own regions. We also see this as meant to intimidate these cabinet secretaries from executing decisions made by the president towards developing our region. Finally, we see this as a badly disguised attempt to incite the rest of the country against our region, against our leaders, and against the president. This we will not accept. It cannot be that everyone else can meet and it is okay, except Mount Kenya leaders.
If we get